We're here on the MoneyShow.com video network with Robin Amlot. How are you, Robin?
I'm well, thank you.
And the big question is, how is the UK economy doing? It looks like it's catching a little bit of the American cold.
It would seem that we are feeling the backwash. I think what people have to understand, of course, is that first of all, a lot of UK banks have exposure to the situation in America anyway. They're active
subprime
in
mortgage
those markets.
loans. Yeah.
They are active in those markets themselves. So they're feeling that pain. And also, of course, we've had a housing market over here that's done pretty much what the housing market in the States has done.
Yes.
We've had roaring house price inflation over the past decade. That's coming to a grinding halt. Lending is getting tighter and tighter, and of course we did have, and I can't escape mentioning this, we did have the Northern Rock debacle. Northern Rock was a mutual 10 years ago, turned itself into a PLC, became a bank, grew its business aggressively, did so of course through the money markets rather than through taking in depositors' money, and as soon as money market conditions tightened up and money market interest rates rocketed upwards, interbank rates went way above the base lending rates that the central banks were setting.
Right.
Northern Rock went into trouble.
Because they had squeezed, they weren't able to make the margins anymore, it went the other way.
And we had the panic. We had the first run on a UK bank. This is one for the history books, the first run on a UK bank since 1866.
And actually Americans might remember that because it was on all the television stations and reminded people.
1866?
No, the run on Northern Rock, people lining up, queuing up outside to get their money back. It was reminiscent of the Great Depression, and it really had quite an impact on the U.S.
It had quite an impact here as well. Like I said, what we have now, in fact, of course, is I referred to Northern Rock immediately after the event as the first national bank of Newcastle, because the government stepped in and basically guaranteed everybody's money.
Right.
But that was the clearest indication that the situation in subprime lending in America has had a backwash effect here. We've been talking in the UK since those times in the summer of 2007. We've been talking about a credit crunch. And it's happening here in the same way it's been happening in America.
Thank you very much. We've been speaking with Robin Amlot on MoneyShow.com.